Welcome to Voice from the East, the Assyrian Monitor for Human Rights podcast. Today on the deep dive, we're looking closely at a really fascinating cultural event that just happened in Motala, Sweden. It's called the Let's Celebrate Our Diversity Oriental Music Festival.
hmm And this festival, well, the report we've got details it.
Right.
It marks a really interesting moment for cultural exchange, actually.
hmm
It was apparently the first one like it in Motala, put together by the Assyrian Monitor for Human Rights. And they collaborated with some pretty significant organizations.
Yeah, like the Bilda Educational Foundation, right, and the EU.
Exactly. BILDA, the European Union,
Sure.
the Swedish Ministry of Culture, and also the Anna Lindh Foundation, the Swedish network part. Quite a lineup.
It really is. It's intriguing, isn't it, seeing such a broad coalition come together for this first event. It happens Sunday, March 30th, 2025.
Right. And the opening remarks from Salim Abgo, he's with the Assyrian Monitor there in Motala,
Yeah.
he really set the tone. Described Oriental music as this universal language.
That idea really strikes me. Music just, cutting across borders, connecting people, a shared heritage thing.
Absolutely. And the performances, they really seem to bring that idea to life. Like the live band, they played original pieces, apparently inspired by all the different musical traditions of the Middle East. Makes you wonder, like, what specific musical bits create that shared feeling?
That's a great point. Then there's Karam Darwish. He sang songs from, well, various traditions, Jazrawi, Aleppian, Arabic songs. These are pretty distinct styles, aren't they, from different areas within the Middle East? Shows the richness, I guess, within what we just broadly call Oriental music.
Yeah, definitely highlights the diversity within the diversity. And then George Sato performed classics by legends like Kulthum, Wadi al-Safi, Melim Barakat. I mean, those are huge names. They carry so much cultural weight across the whole region. It's like a collective musical memory almost.
Yeah, hearing those familiar songs, it must have created a really strong connection for lots of people there. Oh, and the report mentioned the Syriac and Assyrian Dabke dances too.
Ah, yes, Dabke. It's that really energetic folk dance, right? With the synchronized steps and clapping.
Exactly. Sounds like those performances really got the crowd going, a very active kind of cultural participation. I can just picture the energy.
Yeah, it paints a picture of a really engaging atmosphere. And Jamil Diyarbakrli, the executive director of the Assyrian Monitor for Human Rights, he sort of brought it all together in his closing remarks. He linked the festival to big celebrations like the Babylonian Assyrian New Year, Akitu 677-75, and Eid al-Fitr. Really underscored the region's complex cultural identity.
Mm-hmm. And his point about how that very cultural diversity has, sometimes been a source of suffering. That really hits home, doesn't it? It puts the festival's whole aim, finding common ground through music, into, well, sharper focus. It wasn't just about listening to music, was it? It was like a deliberate effort to bridge divides.
Exactly right. It seems they consciously use music as that unifying element, a bridge, you could say, for Eastern communities, both back in the Middle East and here in the diaspora. And they even gave out a 10th anniversary award to the performers and musicians. Jamil Diyarbakrli presented it, really acknowledging their part in it all.
That's a nice touch. And the report said the audience reception was really warm, lots of appreciation. So it sounds like the celebration of Oriental music and its diversity genuinely connected with people. So yeah, this Let's Celebrate Our Diversity festival seems like it was definitely more than just a concert.
Precisely. It looks like it really did manage to use music to foster a sense of unity and celebrate that shared heritage, especially within a diverse community with, let's face it, a pretty complex history. Which kind of raises an interesting point, doesn't it? How can intentionally celebrating shared art forms like this help build understanding, maybe even cohesion, in other diverse communities? Communities facing their own unique challenges.
That's a really powerful question to leave folks with. Thinking about how actively embracing shared cultural stuff, like this festival did, could maybe shift perspectives and build connections right in your own community, whatever its background. It really does highlight the potential of cultural events to foster understanding, something to think about.